All right, so number one, rectangle has side lengths of 3x plus 1 and 2x squared plus 4x minus 1. Write an expression for the area. So area is just length times width. So I'm just going to multiply these two values, and that's going to be my answer here. 3x plus 1 and 2x squared plus 4x minus 1. All right, so we got to do all the distributive property here. 3x times 2x squared will be 6x squared. 3x times that will be 12x squared. Oh, I'm sorry. This first one's to the third power, isn't it? And then 3x times the 1, 3x. And then we'll do the same thing, 1 times each of those. 1 times that will be 2x squared, 1 times the 4x, and 1 times negative 1. Okay. And then combine your like terms. So 6x to the third power, these two will give you 14x squared. And then these two will give you a positive x, and then minus 1. Okay. All right, number two, to find the vertex, we've actually got a couple of options. If you're finding it algebraically, what you would do is you would need to do negative b over 2a, and that's going to give you the x coordinate, just the x part of the vertex. So negative b would be negative 6 over 2 times a, which is going to be 2 times 3, which is 6. So negative 1 is the x coordinate or the x part of your vertex. So you'd have to plug negative 1 back in for x. Okay. You'd have to do 3 times negative 1 squared plus 6 times negative 1 plus 1, and that gives you negative 2. All right. So negative 1 was our x part, negative 2 is our y part. Negative 2 for the y part. And we got that by using the calculator there. So my vertex is going to be negative 1, comma, negative 2. That's going to be the vertex. The other way that you can find it is by graphing this function. Y equal menu, 3x squared plus 6x plus 1. Zoom standard to graph it. All right, so to find that vertex, it's going to be the minimum command. So I'm going to go to my calc menu. We go to minimum, and they're asking us to get to the left of that lower spot there, the lowest spot. And then we go to the right of it, and then we press enter for the guess. We can press enter right where we are, or we can actually get closer to the minimum. That's fine. And that's our vertex, negative 1 for x and negative 2 for y. Number 3, the mean of 7 numbers is 18. What will be the mean if the number 20 is added to the set? Okay, so the mean is another word for the average. So they're saying that the average of 7 numbers is equal to 18. So we don't know what each of them, are, but we know that when we add them all together, the total divided by 7, we know that that's equal to 18. All right, that's how you find the average, is you add them all up and then divide by how many there are. So if we just multiply by 7 here, that's going to tell us what the total is. The total is 18 times 7. 18 times 7 is 126. Okay. Now, what will be the mean if the number 20 is added to the set? So I'm going to add 20 on top of this total. So 126 plus 20. But then I'm going to divide it by 8 because now there's 8 numbers in the set. So whatever this comes out to is going to be my answer. 126 plus 20 divided by 8, 18.25. That's going to be my new average. Okay.